Welcome to this edition of Collier Recap. I'm Troy Miller, and this is a recap of the May 13th Board of County Commissioners meeting. The board began the day by celebrating 4 proclamations. First, commissioners designated May 11th through May 17th as Salvation Army Week. The Salvation Army serves as a symbol of compassion and an active participant in the provision of services, including emergency social services, child care, food, clothing, and other necessary assistance to thousands of men and women and children in Naples and Collier County. The proclamation was accepted by Salvation Army Major Francina Proctor, Associate Regional Coordinator, and Chris Nind, Director of Development and Community Relations. Next, the month of May was designated Motorcycle Awareness Month. American Bikers Aim Toward Education, or ABATE, has chapters all over the state, and the Gator Alley chapter of ABATE of Florida Incorporated is Collier County's largest motorcycle rights organization. The Gator Alley chapter of ABATE of Florida, Inc. is focused on the primary functions to promote motorcycle awareness and safety and to work closely with legislators to protect the rights of motorcyclists. Gator Alley ABATE Legislative Director Will Riffraff Breen thanked the board.
We do as much education as we could possibly get in. We do community outreach. Tim has seen me frequently doing varieties of outreach within the community. It is absolutely essential that motorcycle safety is not dictated simply to motorcyclists. It's extremely hard to argue that motorcycle safety and motor vehicle safety is a responsibility that we all must share. It is simple reality. I'd like to thank you, and those who know me, they're going to be very surprised because I'll be brief today. Thank you.
The commissioners proclaimed May 18th through 24th as Water Reuse Week in Collier County. Florida's water supplies are finite, while our population and our needs for water resources continue to increase. Water reuse provides a means for conserving and augmenting Florida's precious water resources. The proclamation was accepted by Utilities Administrator George Yilmaz, along with several members of the Water Department staff, and Lisa Keeler from the Big Cypress Basin Board.
On behalf of Blake Guillory, our Executive Director, and Rick Barber, our Big Cypress Basin Board Chairman, and the rest of the Basin Board members, thank you for your time in investing in alternative sources of water and protecting our potable sources of water. It is with your vision and the implementation of your staff that makes you the leader for all of the 16 counties of South Florida Water Management District. So again, just want to say thank you for all of your efforts and continuing as we work on additional projects for the future.
The final proclamation of the day declared May 18th through 24th as Emergency Medical Services Week. Collier County Emergency Medical Services, or EMS, and its emergency medical technicians and paramedics care for victims of sudden, life-threatening injuries and illnesses, often under stressful conditions and in high-risk situations, to save the lives of others. EMS emergency medical technicians and paramedics are often the first contact many residents and visitors to Florida have with the healthcare system. The residents of and visitors to the state of Florida benefit daily from paramedics' efforts. EMS Chief Walter Kopka spoke to the board.
I want to thank several people. First, obviously, the county commissioners for sponsoring this proclamation, county attorney's office for their support, county manager's office, administrative services, emergency management, who truly give EMS the support that we need to make this a successful adventure that we have. This group is a fraction of the dedicated professionals that truly exceed the expectations of their patients, the public, and allied professionals that we work with. I want to thank all of them, from the team that work behind the scenes to the boots in the field. I'm truly proud of them. Thank you.
Gulf Shore Insurance Incorporated was named the Collier County Business of the Month. In March 1970, a dedicated group of risk advisors came together to offer insurance coverage to Southwest Florida area. Now, 40 years later, Gulf Shore Insurance has become a trusted risk advisor, employing over 100 individuals in 5 offices and proudly providing risk management solutions and insurance coverage to more than 10,000 businesses and personal clients. As a community-based agency, Gulf Shore Insurance is committed to creating meaningful change in our community through employee volunteerism, community leadership, and fundraising support. That's why in June of 2009, Gulf Shore Insurance announced the creation of the Gulf Shore Insurance Humanitarian Foundation. The award was accepted by Michelle Gleason, Executive Vice President and COO, Jack Powers, Senior Vice President of Sales, Denise Williams, Comptroller, and Crystal Hoover, Director of the Board of Management. On May 6, 2014, the Board of County Commissioners held a workshop concerning the organization and success of the community redevelopment agencies for Immokalee and Bayshore. During discussion, Commissioners asked CRA staff members about the potential of restructuring the community redevelopment agencies under the county manager and/or his designee. With that, staff then brought forward a recommendation that the Board of County Commissioners agree to restructure the management of the community redevelopment agencies under the county manager or his designee to improve synergies, communication, and staff support of community projects and to ensure grant compliance and quality control.
It's clear that there is not a need nor any rational justification that I can find for hiring executive directors for the CRA as we have been in the past. That's not to say that in the future, if the economy recovers and the CRAs adequately recover from the recession, that we wouldn't want to reconsider that. But seeing as that the CRAs work so directly with the county, I think there's every reason to capitalize on that synergy and put them directly under the county manager, and that way the upper management of the CRAs know who they will be responding to, and they can communicate clearly and more directly with county staff that they have to work with so closely. So that's why I'm supporting this. I think it just memorializes basically what we're doing right at present, and it's going to make things a lot easier and better.
After a discussion, the board approved the recommendation. Commissioners continued their economic development efforts by approving the Collier County Innovation Accelerator's business plan and authorized the county manager to execute the plan. It authorizes the county manager to spend up to $250,000 in fiscal year 2014 to begin operations and develop a contract proposal with CareerSource Southwest Florida for board consideration to serve as the administrative agent for the Accelerator project. Commissioners were presented with 3 options regarding the LaPeninsula Seawall repair. This item first came to the board as a public petition from homeowners from LaPeninsula on Isles of Capri who wanted to form a Municipal Services Benefit Unit, or MSBU, to finance the repair of their seawall. After a legal challenge was cleared, the board enacted an MSBU ordinance and helped the homeowners form an MSBU board. Now, the LaPeninsula Homeowners Association Master Board was asking commissioners to rescind the ordinance as they now have secured financing for the repair. After debate and public comment, commissioners voted to put the MSBU ordinance in abeyance and then monitor the progress of the seawall repairs before completely rescinding that ordinance. The board authorized the chairman to sign a Transportation Regional Incentive Program, or TRIP agreement, and First Amendment to this agreement with the Florida Department of Transportation to receive reimbursement in the amount of $8,043,930 for construction services to the County Road 951 or Collier Boulevard 6-lane improvements from Green Boulevard to Golden Gate Boulevard. The board also executed a resolution memorializing the board's action and authorized all necessary budget amendments. The county attorney asked the board for direction to appear at the settlement meeting for the consent order issued by the DEP to Dan A. Hughes Mining regarding unauthorized practices at the Collier Hogan well. Hughes Mining is also currently trying to get permits from the Florida DEP for fracking wells in Golden Gate Estates. Several public speakers spoke on the issue, including representatives from the Conservancy of Southwest Florida, who asked the board to forego the closed-door settlement meeting and instead joined them in a legal challenge to the permit. Commissioner Fred Coyle spoke to the long-ranging effects the board's action on this one permit would also have in shaping the future of mining in Collier County.
This is an issue that's worth fighting for, because what we do now is going to set the stage for whatever happens over the next 25 or 50 years. We're new to this process, but pumping chemicals into the ground to extract the oil in Collier County I think has very serious implications for the safety of our residents. And I know people say that fracking is not dangerous, that it doesn't introduce any harmful elements. I'm only suggesting that we somehow try to retain some control over that process so that we can prove that it's not harmful. I am reluctant to take the word of some person who has been drilling in Texas for the effects of similar drilling here in Florida. I think we need to look a little further ahead than just this one well and just this one challenge. This can be a very lucrative and important process for Collier County and its residents, perhaps if jobs are created. On the other hand, it can be disastrous for people whose water might be polluted.
After debating the issues, the commissioners decided to instruct the county attorney to pursue legal action in this matter. We will keep you posted on this issue as it continues to unfold. The Collier County Clerk of the Circuit Court requested that the Board of County Commissioners support the clerk's office in obtaining all public records associated with HOME. HOME was a low-income housing charity that rehabilitated dilapidated houses. The board concurred with the request and also received an oral confirmation from an attorney who was in attendance that all public records will be turned over to the Board of County Commissioners by the clerk's deadline of Friday, May the 16th. On Thursday, May 8th, Safe Kids of Lee and Collier counties hosted a free car seat checkup with Collier County EMS at the James V. Mudd Emergency Services Center. The program is a great recourse for anyone responsible for hauling our most precious cargo.
We deal with all kinds of parents. Everybody knows you need a car seat. However, about 80% of car seats are actually installed incorrectly. So we have new parents who want to make sure their newborn baby is going home safe, and then we have those families who are transitioning to a new seat, or we also have the new booster seat law here in Florida. Now children up to the age of 6 will need to be in a booster seat.
To schedule a free car seat checkup, call 343-6199. Collier County's top tourism industry stars were honored at the 12th Annual Paradise Coast Tourism Star Awards on Tuesday, May 6. The awards program was followed by a travel rally to support the benefits that tourism brings to the Collier County community. This year's theme was Paradise Coast Grand Slam, in honor of the major home run scored in tourism results for the calendar year 2013. That's all for this edition of Collier Recap, your recap of Collier County Board of County Commissioners meetings. Now, if you want to review all or part of any county commission meeting, visit colliergov.net and click on the video archive section. Once in the archive section, select the meeting you want to review. For BCC meetings, you can use the convenient drop-down menu to select and jump to any item you are interested in. For additional information on Collier County government, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/CollierGov. You can also check out videos about county government services at the Collier Gov YouTube channel. That's all the time we have on this edition of Collier Recap. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.